that the African spirit remains unsettled.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. My name is Fortan Zimbu. This is only for education purpose. Everything that I speak about is about education purpose, especially when it concerns slavery, discrimination, colonization, imperialism. All of this that will happen to us black people, I speak about because I believe us black people, we are the most hated race in the world, and the worst part is we hate ourselves more than ever is all they hate us. That's the problem. No matter how much I can criticize Donald Trump or the racism or the white supremacy of this planet we live in, black people, we are our own worst enemy because we do the damage to ourselves more than other people that can do damage with us. But it don't mean I can't speak about the dirty that is always happening to us. It don't mean I can't speak about the crack that we put in ourselves. But this is the thing I need to speak about it because our children, they really do need us. Our children, they definitely, absolutely need us. We cannot keep letting history repeat itself. Because if you see some of the country, some of African country, they got independence in the 60s, 70s, 80s. Some of the African, South Africa only from the apartheid movement, all of that, to little bit trying to liberate themselves. 1994, the first country of Africa to get independence, that was Ghana. You can see, not long ago, we've been struggling in the hand of the oppressor. Before the white man came to Africa, the Arabic nation was there, killing you, unalive you, black men. But we never learn anything. Look at how history is going. Arabic, they unalive as a law. The white people, they unalive as a law. Now the Chinese, sooner or later, and the Indian. Look at the India, their country is garbage. What can they give us that we can't give ourselves? The Chinese, they made a lot of progress and bigger than the European. The Chinese, they elevate so fast. But what can India give us African that we can't give ourselves? India, they have nothing for us. Their country, look at, there are a billion of them, but their country is garbage as well. But us Africa, our country is garbage, but we have all. The problem is a leader. I always get angry when I'm speaking about us Africans, especially when it comes to a leader, because I don't know where they put their mind at. I don't get it. How can people see their own brother struggle so badly they can't fix their own country? We struggle to fix a country. The worst part is it's so embarrassing. A white person come destroy your country in so many ways. They're trying to put the rules and the law in our country. But we still haven't learned anything. We run to another imperialist that hate us as well, the Chinese, so they can come trying to build us as well. Make that make any sense? Really, African? Really? What is wrong with all of us? Our children, they seeing all of this, and our children, they're coming up, they adapting the same slaving way. The same slaving way our grandfather they went through, our father they went through, our children they're gonna go through the same slaving way. We always slave ourselves. We always put ourselves in colonization. We always put ourselves in imperialized. That's who we are. Black people, we love to murder our own selves. We like to put ourselves in slavery for decade and decade. We slave ourselves. The whole world slaving us, and the worst part, slaving ourselves even deeper because we're struggling to fix our country, our people, our children, for our children to learn to adapt to be better. We're struggling to do this because you have president that they stay in power for 20 years, 40 years, for 30 years, 15 years. But look at the stage of the country is where it was. Nothing is getting fixed. They want to serve only the master. Come on, man. Why would I want to be enslaved to someone else? Why? Why do I want to be slave to another man? This is why us black people we are. We want to be so much enslaved We want someone else to slave us. What's wrong with us black people? Africa, they should even look at it this way. We have a lot of brother that they in America. Look at their lives, the way they struggle that they go through every day. Wait, we have other brother in Europe, and look at the way they struggle over there. And we have even other brother in the Caribbean. We need to do everything to make our continent better. I don't understand. We are the only race that really hate ourselves. We are the worst human being, boy. This is why you see white people, they hate us, because they really want to get rid of us, because they're saying, you know what, these people, they're just dumb. They're just dumb. White people, they laugh us when they're in private. Woo, my Lord, my goodness. Do you know how they cuss us? Woo, 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 my goodness. They call us all kind of name, boy, because they see us, we are low. Just look at that when you see uh, South Africa president with Donald Trump and other India president with Donald Trump. He sees them nothing. Zelensky saw a lot of African leader, nothing. Who is Zelensky? Another dumb leader. He shouldn't even be a president of Ukraine, but he is. But he's seen African leader dumb. Make that make any sense? Can you see when you don't respect yourself, other people, they will see you stupid. And that's why you see people like Zelensky, Donald Trump, who shouldn't even be a president, he sees African leader stupid, because we can't condemn ourselves. We don't take accountable. But let's go, Patrice.
There is wisdom, therefore, as my good friend Dr. Shem said, for us to begin to ask the question, who are we? And what can we do to regain confidence and to regain our rightful place in the world? Nostalgically, we talk about Mansa Musa and how his pilgrimage to Mecca changed the world. We romanticize our past. But the reality is that our continent can do better, because she did many years ago. I remember reading one of the most iconic speeches ever delivered by an African in the year 1906 at the University of Columbia by South Africa's Pixley Kaisaka Seme, The Regeneration of Africa. That speech went into history, talked about the pioneering movers of Pan-Africanism, such as Sylvester Williams, such as Marcus Garvey, talked about many things and said that Africa must regenerate. He reminded his audience on that day that the African spirit remains unsettled. 12,000 ships took off from the western coast of Africa to the Caribbean. 12,000. 1.8 million lost in the seas. We do not know how many died when they arrived. 6 to 10 million taken to the Arab world, with 99% of the men castrated. That is Africa. Then after they were done with slavery, they came up with the colonial project. They sat in Berlin, parceled our continent into 54 units, which we still kill and maim for in order to retain boundaries created by the colonizer in Berlin. Then today they refer to our continent pejoratively, I suspect, as Francophone, to mean we are speaking French, not Bambara. Anglophone, to mean we are speaking English, not Gikoyo, not Luo, not Kigan. Lucifer, I mean we are speaking Portuguese, not of Hambo and of Imbundu. Then they came and changed our names. Then at one time, they even said that God could not understand our languages. God could only speak in Latin.
Oh my goodness. A white woman that was born in hate. She was born in religious of Mahomet. So they preach hate. They preach how black people we are the devil. God curse us. Africa is cursed. So when he just said that God can't understand our language, god damn boy, why people they always think bad about us? How can I blame them? How can I blame them? When you can't, stand up for yourself, of course, someone else is gonna take control of your life. And that's what white people they do. They see, black people, they're dumb, they're stupid. You know what? We're gonna take control of them. And this is what they do. How can I blame them? No matter how much I hate it, but we dig our own hole. It's like we love to dig our own hole. You got German people and Italian people. They wanna bring back Mussolini back to life or Hitler back to life. Africa, we wanna go back to the ground. It's like we wanna dig the hole deeper. Let's bury ourselves, and we wanna stay there.
And that is what defines us even as we speak today. So that when we talk about the African diaspora, even our gravitation is holding all factors constant to those who colonize us. If you are in Dakar, in Senegal, your true north is Paris. If you are in the Democratic Republic of Congo, in Kinshasa,
Belgium,
and you want to escape the pain in Kinshasa, is Brussels. If you are in Luanda, Angola, or Maputo, or Praia in Cabo Verde,
Portuguese,
your gravitation is Lisbon. If you are in Kenya, or Zambia, or Nigeria, or Ghana, if you don't gravitate towards London, it is Washington. Those of you who are students of science will well remember Pavlov's conditional reflex. It is alive and well. And the time, therefore, is to liberate ourselves from lamentation. We have lamented too long. We have agonized too long. The time is to give meaning to the statement made by Tanzania's Julius Nyerere on the 6th day of March 1997, when he was the guest of honor on the occasion of the 40th anniversary of Ghana's independence. And Mwalimu said, if Africa does not unite, there is no future.
Exactly.
We are not talking about the unity of the graveyard where we all agree. No, it is unity of purpose. Today, many African governments have ministries of foreign affairs with an appendage called the diaspora, even diaspora desk, but they see you as they see gold mines. It is your dollar that they are interested in. It is your pound that they are interested in. It is your euro that they are interested in. They do not see the human resource that you are. As I speak to you now, some of our best men and women are outside of the continent. Our best engineers are to be found outside of the continent. Our civil engineers are to be found outside of the continent. And it's the Chinese who are building our roads, a paradox and an irony at once. That is where we are. Today, Our best doctors are to be found outside
True.
of the continent. So that when our leaders in Kenya, when they want to give birth, they go to the United States. When they have a flu, they go to the United States. When they are about to die, they go to Europe and America and India. That is why Vladimir Putin is said to have said, but I doubt whether he said it, but that notwithstanding, he's said to have said that Africa is only a graveyard
That's
for our
true.
leaders.
And that's true. And I'm not gonna lie, Africa is a graveyard for a leader. And I'm not gonna lie, Africa is definitely a graveyard for a leader. And that's what they do. You look, Africa, we have smart people, but it's just a leader. They don't know how to invest it in our children. It's like they have no idea what to do with smart people to create hospital, invest in more in studying when it comes to be a doctor, technology. They should invest in all of this, agriculture. They need to invest in what it can bring us more hope for the future. But our president, they don't do that. Build more hospital because we have so much children that they are smart. We need more science. Marcus Garvey, he said it best. Our only hope is our God and science. And he said it, science. If we don't do that, we must die. Marcus Garvey is right. But I don't get it. Why African leader, they don't get it? We are in 2025. African leader still in the bottom. I don't understand. And majority, when I see African leader is trying to speak garbage about any European leader, I just want to fly over there and slap one of them because don't speak about any European leader because you answer to the European leader. They'll pretend like to trying to be against any European people, but they answer to them European people. They answer to Paris, they answer to London, they answer to Washington, they answer to Beijing. That's what they do. My goodness, what's the matter with us African? That's why you can see what people they say the way for decades we are cursed. Look at Black America, they get unalive like that. Look at African, we get unalive like that. To our own country, to the European, alive is nothing. They don't see us as human. They see us as evil, as something disgusting, something to get rid of. That's what they see us. I gave my blood is just boiled. This is only for education purpose. I hope, my only aim is to get a lot of young black men and females so we can try to get some brain. We need more thinker, people that they can think for our future. People, black people that they understand, you know what? We need to come together. We need to start building. We need our young people to be more involved in science, in medicine, in agriculture. We need a lot of young people. We don't need young people to be invested in music, dancing, athletic. We don't need that. No, acting. We don't need that. We need to find a different way. We need more smart people, more thinker, more deep thinker. No sitting around thinking, no, doing. We need people that they're gonna do. I hope, we can stay strong for our children so we can give something back to our children. We need to be in our children's life because our future depend on it. I'll catch you guys to the next one. Peace.